Hello friends, welcome to my channel Bioknowledge with Dhanashri. Today our topic is modern concept of gene, that is cistron, racon and muton, or it is called as the fine structure of the gene. One video is there about cistron, racon and muton from this channel. You can watch that video. The link is in my description. Okay, and this video, these are the notes of cistron, racon and muton. Along with, I'll explain along with. Okay, and this is very much useful for the undergraduate students of life sciences and postgraduate students of life sciences and further studies. So the fine structure of the gene, now we'll see. The term gene was introduced by Johansen in 1909. Before this discovery, Mendel had used the word factor for the gene. Okay, Mendel had worked on pea plant. He seen different characters. Okay, with the pea plant, he given that particular character is coming from the particular thing, that he given the factor name. Okay, now we know it as a gene. After the discovery of DNA, the gene has been divided as cistron, racon and muton. Seymour Benzer in 1950 to 1960, about that period, coined the terms cistron, racon and muton to explain the relationship between DNA and genetic phenomena. Okay, these are the smaller unit of function, recombination and mutation respectively. So cistron for function means what function? It's a protein synthesis function, polypeptide chain synthesis function. Okay, racon for recombination and muton for mutation. So in the 1950s and 1960s, Seymour Benzer concluded a series of experiments to examine the structure of a gene. Because no molecular techniques were available at the time for directly examining nucleotide sequence, Seymour Benzer was forced to infer gene structure from analysis of mutation and their effects. So at that time, particular techniques, molecular techniques were not available. Okay, so what he did, he did some mutation in that particular bacteriophage and seen the effects for particular gene. So the results of his studies showed that different mutational site within a single gene could be mapped that is called as intragenic mapping by using some techniques. Okay, so the result of his study showed different mutational site within a single gene. Means within a single gene there are so many genes. Okay, that is intragenic mapping by using some techniques. So similar to those described for mapping bacterial genes by transduction process. So different gene within a single gene are very close together. See here, different genes within a single gene, means in a single gene different genes are there. So they are very close. So recombination between them takes place at very low frequency because large number of progeny are required to detect these recombinational events. So what he did, Seymour Benzer used bacteriophage T4, which reproduces rapidly and produces large number of progeny. The T4 virus it is also called as bacteriophage. Bacteriophage means what? The virus that particularly kills the bacteria, that particularly attacks, that particularly infects the bacteria. That is called as a bacteriophage. Phage means virus. Contains a single long DNA molecule lying within a protein head. The DNA molecule has several regions, one of which is called as R2 region. Seymour Benzer had studied the R2 region and found that it consists of two cistron, A and B. Cistron means gene, functional gene. Okay, each of these function independently and contain 2500 to 1500 nucleotide pairs respectively. Okay, means A gene will contain 2500 nucleotide pairs and B gene will contain 1500 nucleotide pairs. Each cistron contains several small units of mutation and recombination. So cistron is that much long that it contains recombinational units and mutational units. So cistron within a gene, means gene is a part. Okay, from in that cistron, racon, muton will be there. So cistron, it's a functional gene. So now you can see here. So it is a bacteriophage gene. From that particular location is R2. Okay, so that is nucleotide pairs R2A and R2B. R2A consists of 2500 nucleotide pairs and R2B consists 1500 nucleotide pairs. So from R2A there are some mutational sites, hundreds of mutational sites are there. Okay, so now we will see cistron. Cistron is a functional gene. It is a chromosomal segment within which the cis-trans effect operates. The cistron represents a segment of the DNA molecule and consists of a linear sequence of nucleotide which controls some cellular functions. Okay, cistron, the name itself saying cis and tron, cistron effect. Okay, it is a chromosomal segment within which the cis-trans effect operates. The cistron represents a segment of DNA molecule and consists of linear sequence of nucleotide which controls some cellular function. This is same as the gene. Okay, it is a stretch of DNA that function as a unit to give rise to an RNA or polypeptide product. This product is a single molecule that behaves as a functional unit. So cistron is what? Cistron is gene, that is a functional gene. Okay, that what functional gene? In the protein synthesis. Okay, protein synthesis, maybe an RNA or some polypeptide product. Seymour Benzer coined the term cistron to designate a functional gene designed by the complementation test. How he given the name? Yes, he given the name by performing complementation test. Okay, complementation test is what? Complementation test is used to determine whether two mutations occur at the same locus or at different loci. Okay, so Benzer carried out complementation testing on many pairs of R2 mutations. He found that R2 region consists of two loci designated R2A and R2B. We have seen here R2A and R2B. Mutation belonging to the R2A and R2B group complemented each other. Okay, so mutation in R2A, now you can see again this figure, R2A and R2B gene. Okay, if mutation, if the R2A and R2B from one phage and another R2A and R2B from one phage, so if we cross that one, so what will happen? R2A will not complement with R2A, R2B will not complement with R2B, but R2A will complement R2B and R2B will complement with the R2A. Same here. To carry out complementation test, on recessive mutation. For complementation test, the what main thing it should be there, recessive mutation should be there, recessive thing should be there, and and the parent should be homozygous recessive. Okay, for different mutation are crossed producing offspring that are heterozygous. So if the two recessive homozygous parents are crossed, so the phenotype what we will get? Heterozygous. Okay, so if the mutation are allelic, means if the mutations are allelic means at the same alleles. Allele means what? Same version of the gene. Means like allele means different version of a same gene. So here like black color hair or white color hair. Okay, or you can say blue color eyes or black color eyes. Okay, like that. So in the mutation, if the mutations are allelic, means occur at the same locus. Locus means position of a allele, position. Okay, then the heterozygous offspring have only mutant allele A and B and exhibit mutant phenotype. So this is a cis condition. You can see parents A, small a, small a, small b, small b. That is the mutant allele. Okay, small a, small b, mutant allele. Here small a, and here small b, mutant allele. If we cross that offspring, one from this and one from this, so A, B. So both are mutant. So the progeny will be, the offspring will be mutant phenotype. This is a cis condition. Why? Because at the same locus, okay, that you have seen here, the mutations are allelic in nature. Okay, so this is a cis condition. Now trans condition. If on the other hand the mutation occur at different loci, each of which homozygous parent recesses wild type genes at the other locus, A B plus B plus and A plus BB. So the heterozygous offspring inherit a mutant allele and a wild type allele at each locus. In this case, mutation complement each other. So mutation will complement each other and the heterozygous offspring have the wild type phenotype. Now we'll see by the diagrammatically, so you'll understand easily. So the parents having, see on the chromosome A, B plus, and here A plus B. A is a mutant allele and B is a wild type. Here A plus is a wild allele, B is a mutant one. So when it is crossed, one from this parent and one from this. So here you can see AB plus, here is AB plus and A plus B, here A plus B. So wild type phenotype. How we got the wild type phenotype? See here. Okay. A is not a wild type. It is a mutant one. B is a wild type. But A positive where it is on the another parent, A plus. It is there. So when it is crossed, so these both are A plus B means these are complementing each other. Okay. If it is mutated, it is saying, okay, I am there. I will show character. Okay. If B, here B plus and here B mutant. So B plus will say, okay, I will show the character, don't worry. I am not going to express. So A plus and B plus. So for the wild type, A plus B plus should be there. So by crossing, what they get? A plus B plus. So wild type phenotype. A plus is complementing A, B plus is complementing B, means it is reducing the effect of mutant version and B plus is reducing the effect of B mutant version. So complementation has occurred. When occurred if an individual organism possessing two recessive mutation has a wild type phenotype, indicating that the mutation are non-allelic. These are non-allelic. Okay, mutations are non-allelic. Here mutations are allelic, same position. Okay, both mutations are at the same position. But here both mutations are not at the same position. Here is a mutation, but here is not mutation. Here is not mutation, here is a mutation. So has a wild type phenotype, indicating that the mutation are non-allelic gene. A lack of complementation occurs when two recessive mutation occur at the same locus, producing a mutant phenotype. About this. So I'll show you with one more example. So here see A, B, C, D. These are the genes. Okay. So these are the genes. A is converted to B with the help of enzyme E1. B is converted to C with the help of enzyme E2. C is converted with the D with the help of enzyme E3. Okay. Then only the product is forming. So here we have taken the bacteria. Particular strains are there. Okay. This is one strain. And this is another strain. Okay, if we have crossed this, okay, the product will form or not. How will say? Okay, if the complementation is there, then only the product will form. Like if this gene A plus negative, mutant 1, positive and positive. Here positive, negative and positive. So if the product is forming or not, just we will see now. A plus, okay, A plus will be there. Okay, B plus B. Here these are complementing each other. B plus is there and B negative is there. Means this B plus will say, okay, I will show, don't worry, it will go in the next generation. Okay, C plus and C negative. Means these are complementing each other. Okay, this will not express. It will be mutant one and it will be wild one. So wild one will go in the next generation. C and D plus means D plus. So the product will form here. Okay, are you getting? Okay, the next one again. Same thing. If A negative, B plus. So product will form or not after crossing over? No. Why? Because these both are in the same gene. Okay, these both mutation are in the same gene. Again here also these both mutation are on the same gene. Okay, but here is not mutation. But if this is a mutant one, how it will convert to this? So the product will be mutant one. No product formation. No product formation. Okay, so this is about the cistron. It's a functional gene. Okay, that will produce some polypeptide or some RNA. Next we will see Racon. Now we will see Racon. It is unit of recombination. It is the smallest unit capable of recombining genetically. Okay, it's a unit of recombination where the actual recombination will occur. Recombination studies on microbes indicate that structural Racon consists of 1 or 2 pairs of nucleotide, possibly only 1 pair. For recombination, only 1 pair of nucleotide is responsible. That is called as a Racon. On the basis of work on Drosophila, the gene was considered to be the shortest segment of a chromosome which could be separated from its adjacent segment during crossing over. So before Racon concept, like some scientists thought that it was thought that genes were those part of chromosome between which crossing over could takes place. Okay, within a means on the gene the crossing over will takes place. So crossing over was however not supposed to take place within the gene. The gene was thought to be an indivisible unit of chromosome controlling some phenotypic character. Okay, however on the basis of test for recombination, it has been shown that a viral DNA strand crossing over not only takes place between the genes but also within the genes. Okay, within gene crossing over will takes place. So one of the subunits of gene has been called as a Racon. It is the smallest unit capable of recombining genetically. The crossing over takes place within a gene was demonstrated by Seymour Benzer in the T4 bacteriophage. Before this, it was thought that crossing over could take place only between genes. Okay, within gene crossing over will takes place. When bacteriophage cultures are grown on agar plate, they form colonies or plaques on the plate. Normal wild type bacteriophage form plaques with smooth edges. You can see here normal smooth plaques. Okay, wild type plaques. Mutant bacteriophage called R2 form larger rough edged plaques. Rough edged plaques, larger. Okay, so Benzer found that 2 adjacent genes R2A and R2B responsible for rough edged plaque trait. Each gene forms a polypeptide and the 2 polypeptide form the protein. A change in either polypeptide chain means mutation. Okay, a change in either polypeptide chain would result in phenotypic expression. Okay, if one of the mutation in R2A and R2B, the polypeptide will change. Okay, the phenotypic expression will change. Particularly, phenotypic expression will be changed. So, genetic mapping has shown that R2A gene, there are at least 500 mutational sites where crossing over is possible. We have seen before diagram that R2A and R2B gene, R2A and R2B, within R2A that 500 mutational sites are there where the crossing over can possible. Benzer found that crossing over occurs between 2 adjacent nucleotides of DNA. Thus, the unit of recombination is much smaller than the unit of function. Means within a cistron, the Racon will be there. So, this is the unit of recombination that is much smaller than the unit of function. This cistron. Next is muton. It is a unit of mutation. It is the shortest chromosomal unit capable of undergoing mutation. The muton consists of one or many pairs of nucleotide within the DNA molecule. In many cases, a gene mutation is a change in a single nucleotide that of a mutation unit of DNA. Means it is the smallest unit. Okay, and it's a unit of mutation. Means a single gene. Here you can see a single nucleotide change is also called as a mutation. So that gene is called as a muton. Okay, so here this is all about the cistron, Racon and muton. So many geneticists believe that genes were indivisible and that recombination could not take place within them. Benzir demonstrated that intragenic recombination takes place although at very low rate, but and gave the genesis their first glimpse at the structure of individual gene. So this is all about the cistron, racon and muton. These notes are very useful for the undergraduate students of life science and postgraduate students of life science. Hope you like this video. If you like the video, please like, share and subscribe to my channel for further more videos. Thank you.